What is going on, crew? Welcome to today's workout. This is a glute biased or glute emphasized leg day, and this voiceover is going to be going over some exercise cues to hopefully allow you to engage that juicy booty a bit more effectively, approach each of these movements with a bit more confidence. The first movement is often touted as the king glute builder. Great movement for beginners, great movement to safely overload the glutes. This is the barbell hip thrust. Setup is key here. We want to get a pad or a towel to wrap around the center of the bar so we're not absolutely killing our hip bones. Try it with a bar, you'll know what I mean. Actually, just don't try it with a bar, take my word for it. Once we get that, we set up on the bench. We want enough of our upper back to be on the bench so the bench doesn't fly out behind us. Now, throughout the range of motion, we really want to pause at the top here, and we want our shins to be vertical, as in having a 90-degree, you can see the arrows on the screen, with our upper leg and our lower leg. This will provide a well-balanced emphasis on our glutes. If our heels are slid too far back, it'll be a bit too much hamstring. If our feet are a bit too forward, more of an obtuse angle, dare I say, it will be more quads. So from there, again, pause at the top, good to go. So before we jump into this one, just want to let you know this workout is part of the new build program that is available now on shredderforlife.com. You can hit the link in the bio. Available for beginner all the way up to advanced athletes, hitting a legs push pull training split, which is a proven way of splitting up training volume such that we build muscle, especially into these winter months. Now let's pivot into this single leg press. Foot placement on the platform here is key. You'll want it to be more towards the top. We'll want to keep our weight distributed evenly on the foot, not too much on the heel, not too much on the toes, not too wide, because that will bring more of our adductor into this versus a bit more of isolating our glutes. Impossible to completely isolate the glutes, but more emphasis if our knee is in line with our hip. And then we want to grip the handles tightly so we are secure. And then we want to lower down in a slow and controlled manner up until the point where our butt and our pelvis starts to lift off of the pad. And then we explode back up and repeat. Exercise number 3, we have calf press on the leg press. Now, obviously this is not a glute exercise. However, if we have any ambition of being cut from team no calves, which I definitely fall in that category, we've got to hit some calf volume at some point. I usually save calves towards the end of my workout for legs. I don't know if you relate, but the last workout usually gets the least amount of passion and intention from me. So not only that, it's nice to split up some really difficult compound leg movements, and this is a great way to do it. We're already on the leg press. A couple helpful cues here. I find better engagement when I have a slight knee hinge, slight bend at the knee. Maybe over time, maybe healthier for the knee too. Also, we want to get a pause at the bottom so we're not relying on momentum. Simple as that. Next up, we have dumbbell Romanian deadlift. Now, a helpful cue here is thinking, send my hips directly back. And something that can help you here, especially for those who may find it challenging to feel their glutes and hamstrings engage, is actually go stand 2 to 3 feet off of a wall facing away and try to touch your butt back to the wall. That'll get a quality glute and hamstring stretch. And then we drive forward for a full glute and hamstring contraction. We want to keep the dumbbells as close to our legs as possible so we're not having any undue low back pressure above and beyond what is necessary. Exercise number 5, we have seated leg curl. Now, as of late, I've seen some super smart people around the interwebs saying that seated leg curl may engage the hamstrings a bit more effectively than lying leg curl, perhaps because on lying leg curl, our butt can more easily lift off of the pad, thus taking some tension off of the hamstrings. Either way, with this movement, it's fairly straightforward, right? However, I would just encourage you before you initiate your set, tinker with the adjustments on the machine so you are confident you can feel the hamstrings and that you can move through a full range of motion while being secure in the seat. Alrighty, exercise number 6, let's wrap this baby up with an absolutely devilish finisher. This is glute biased step-ups. The height sweet spot is really 12 to 16 inches. My short 5'9" ass thought 16 inches was a bit high, but you can play with it to find the sweet spot for you. Ideally, have something hard to step onto. This was a bit more of a stability challenge as well for me. You could argue that that's beneficial. I don't know, whatever your cup of tea is, but either way, we want to lean forward here. That's how we're going to be able to bias the glutes versus staying upright, which will more so emphasize the quads. Same thing with dumbbell lunges or any lunge variation, is the more we lean forward, the more we're going to be able to get a glute stretch and then be able to drive that hip forward. And when we're at the top of the movement, really engage that glute. So again, guys, this workout is part of the new build program that is now available on shredderforlife.com. You can hit the link in the bio. If you have any questions, hit me with a DM. I'll see y'all in the next one. Happy glute building. Let's go.